So today we're going to dig into this thing called the Runlinc Model. It's a framework that makes a pretty bold claim that it can help students not just succeed, but actually become financially independent. And get this, even before they're done with school. So let's take a look and see if this really could be the new blueprint for student success. It all starts with a question that honestly is on a lot of people's minds. In a world that's just so competitive, how can anyone really, truly stand out from the crowd? And that right there, that's what we're calling the Student Success Challenge. It's the exact problem this new model is trying to tackle. I mean, let's be real. It's no secret, right? The path to getting those top scholarships, landing the best jobs, or even just getting noticed, it's more crowded than ever. It's not really a path anymore. It's more like a massive traffic jam. And in that kind of environment, having a unique edge isn't just nice to have, it's absolutely essential. Okay, so if the old way is just a big traffic jam, what's the alternative? Well, this is where a new model comes into play, one designed to give students that exact advantage. All right, get ready for it. Its official name is the Runlinc AI Satellite IoT Entrepreneurship Model. Yeah, I know, it's a bit of a mouthful, but every single part of that name is important. It's basically mixing artificial intelligence with something called satellite IoT. And all that really means is connecting devices to the internet using satellites, which is huge because you can do it from anywhere, even places with no Wi-Fi. Then you wrap that all up in an entrepreneurial mindset. And this model makes a really bold claim. It calls itself a world-first UVP, which stands for Unique Value Proposition for STEM projects using this satellite tech. What they're saying, in plain English, is that they have a technology platform that nobody else in the world has. So, the big question is, how does all this actually work? Well, it's built on three main pillars: AI, the Internet of Things, and that entrepreneurial spirit we just mentioned. Let's try to break this down. Think of it like this. The Runlinc AI part, that's the brains of a student's project. It's all the code and logic that makes it smart. Then you've got the satellite IoT. That's kind of like the project's senses and its voice. It's what lets the project connect to the internet from pretty much anywhere on Earth, so it can grab data and talk to the world in ways that, honestly, were just impossible for a school project before. Okay, so we've talked about the tech, but now let's get to the really ambitious part, the results it claims to deliver. Because the source material suggests this isn't just a good idea, it's something close to a guarantee of success, which is a pretty big deal. So how do they even make a promise like that? Well, there's a clear four-step process. Step 1, students build totally unique projects using this tech. Step 2, they compete. They take those one-of-a-kind projects to innovation competitions and win. Step 3, they earn. Those wins turn into real scholarships. And finally, Step 4, they secure actual jobs and career opportunities, a lot of the time while they're still in school. And this all points to the real long-term vision here. This isn't just about winning one competition or getting one job. The ultimate goal, the big prize, is to put these students on a real path to financial independence. The source also throws another big claim out there, being a world-first SDG 4. You might be wondering, what's SDG 4? Well, it's one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and it's all about making sure everyone gets a quality education. So by linking themselves to this global goal, they're basically saying, hey, what we're doing isn't just cool tech. It's a real solution to a massive worldwide problem in education. But, cool tech and a four-step plan, that's only part of the story. There's one more piece to this puzzle, the final ingredient, really. And that's the core mindset that makes the whole thing work. So what is the secret sauce? What's the engine that actually powers students through this whole process? Well, according to the source, it all comes down to three key principles that trainers work to instill in every student. And here they are. They sound simple, but they're powerful. Mindset, action, and focus. The idea is pretty clear. The right mindset gives you the vision, the belief that you can actually do it. Action is what takes that idea out of your head and turns it into a real, tangible project. And focus, well, that's what keeps you going when things get tough, pushing you toward those big goals. You could almost think of it as the human software running on all that technological hardware. So that brings us right back to our original question. We've got this model that combines some really unique tech, a super clear pathway to success, and this core mindset driving it all. And it's all aimed at getting real, tangible results for students. So is this the new blueprint for STEM education? It's definitely a compelling thought.